Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm classifying this bucket right here through these screens. It's 1/8 of an inch all the way down to 100 mesh, which is right here. Anything minus 100 will go into this orange bucket, and then the plus 100 mesh and plus 50 mesh will just go into here. And I'll just go ahead and run those together because the table does its job, so I'm not really worried about it. It's pretty cool. So far we've gotten some pretty decent gold. We still have all this to crush. I don't know if you can just see it all, but at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 buckets to crush still, and then once those all get crushed, they'll be recrushed and then screened and then ran through the shaker table. And then we still have another, I think, 6 or 7 buckets over at Dwayne's house that are still being broke down to size to go through the crusher. We switched it out to an electric motor. We got to get a new bearing that'll be here this week. We already blew that one out. We've already blown through a bunch of chain. This rock's ridiculously hard, but it's a really good rock. It's a really good vein, and right now we're just working the low grade. We haven't even tapped into the actual vein yet. I think next Friday I might go out there and take a 30-pound sledge and just start cracking it down, and then maybe start sampling that, different portions of that vein, because it's pretty long. It's like 500-600 feet long, visible, probably a good 2,000 feet complete, and then it's about 5 feet tall and about 8 feet wide, and it goes at a 45-degree angle backwards, like where, well, it'd be like southeast, south-southeast. So yeah, that's where we're at now. Anyways, I'm gonna keep going at this, and then maybe I can set the phone up. You guys can watch me classify. This is my 1/8 inch. Anything that doesn't go through here, it goes into this bucket. It's recrushed. This is, I think, my 20 mesh. 30 mesh. Get a lot of 30 mesh. Maybe this is the 30. I think this is the 30. Quite a bit of 30. And then there's our 50. 100. And our minus 100 is below. Throw some coins in there. It helps everything go through. My buddy Kim Yar showed me that trick. Being a placer miner, they always say to classify. I never classified. I just use long toms and just run it all through, softball size or not. I don't care. I never really lost nothing. So that's that 5-gallon bucket. Ideally, you want to classify wet. I feel like making a huge mess today. So I'm just doing it dry. And down to 50. Back down to 100. And a 1/4 inch on top. 100 mesh wise, minus 100 gave us maybe a cup and a half. But on our 50 and 100, we got maybe an eighth of a bucket. I'm good with that. We still have a ton of material to see. There you go. About an eighth of a bucket. I'll throw a little water in there. Getting all nice and soupy. And bring it over here to the shaker table. This will help if we plugged it in. It's a Dwayne's auto feeder. I haven't quite used it yet. I want to make a little stand for it. I think that'd work out pretty good. And then put a little T right here. Pipe off some water to go to the top. I think that'd work out pretty good. Okay. Got our collection ports. Turn that on. Turn the muddy water on. I guess we'll help it. This would help if one of them was plugged in. There we go. And away she runs. My collection bottle. Alright, I gotta add some surfactant. I don't think I have any more. That's alright. And then my scooping cup. Let's mix this up real good. And I just feed that in here. Let's see where the cut is. Do is we'll rerun all this. And then I'll rerun it. I'm going to get a different scoop though. Still a lot of blondes going into it. That's alright though. What I'll do is I'll rerun my port, my number 1 port right here. I'll rerun that later. And then we'll see how it goes from there. Yeah, so this is our little operation. I just need a spoon or something. Oh, there's use my kid's shovel. That works pretty good. I've been finding gold down here in this trap, so that's always exciting when you see stuff inside this upper trap up here. So far I've only tested for minus 100 mesh. We haven't really ran any 50 or 100 yet. As it's looking right now, we're getting a lot of 30. I think maybe once we start getting into the main ore body, I might do a pilot test and check some of those bigger sizes, see if anything's coming off that. I don't think anything in this low grade stuff is going to be much bigger than what we're getting now, but I mean, we'll see. The table works great. It's a process. It's a pretty fun one though, especially when you go from exploring out in the middle of nowhere looking for these veins, looking for outcroppings, and then doing these little chip tests, and then once you do the chip test, you bring home a bucket, crush it, pan it out, start getting a little gold in your pan, you get excited. And then my next step is process a ton to see if it's worth it. For some reason I have a feeling that this one's going to be worth it because we keep running into all these problems. But generally when I have a lot of issues with a claim, I end up doing pretty good in the end, as long as I stay persistent. So I got a really good partner, Dwayne Hurst, who stays persistent with me, doesn't give up. So that's nice. He's been a lot of help. He's been taking rock home and crushing it down and bringing it to my house, and so that I can crush it on my days off and in the evening. And we're getting there. We just keep running into all these different issues, which, you know, sometimes that's just the way it goes. Beautiful cut though. This is what it's all about though, in the mining world. It's all about getting that yellow metal. They claim this can run 600 pounds an hour. I don't know if that's pre-washed or what, but or just pure concentrate from, like, say, a sluice box or something. Maybe a dredge. At this rate, I think it might be able to do pretty close to that. Bucket weighs about 70 pounds. Go through a bucket pretty quick. That was 1/8 of a bucket. Didn't take that long. We'll let that run through, and then I'll rerun it, and then see what we get. Turn some light on. I think it might be pretty good. Well, I don't really see a whole lot. Generally, that first time through, though, I don't really see a line too much until that second time through, because you got to clean off all the waste, you know, and so once the waste all cleans off, then I'll see. What I'll do is I'll take this. See how much is in there. Quite a bit. A lot of junk still. That's about, let's say, oh, probably almost half. There we go. Alright, so I'll pour this into here. It's all compacted. Super compacted in here, like a super concentrate. It's not too bad though. Now we're going to rerun it. It's all soupy looking. Look how black that is. Yeah, look at that. And it just cuts through again. That'll probably knock out at least half of all the other crap. Yeah. See, all that stuff is going into the second and third port. That's what you want to see. When all your heavy's going to that first one. Might actually rerun it one more time just to make sure that all this stuff goes through where it's supposed to. Table works great though. Water off, and the shake off. Looks like we got a little bit of gold right there. I don't know if you can see that. This would probably need a flashlight. making a mess. Let's see if we got a flashlight. I don't. You're getting gold.
Oh yeah?
Getting gold, baby. Say hi.
Hi. What are you doing?
Making a new video. I gotta get a flashlight though.
Please don't post it on Facebook. Is there a deletion from it?
Oh, you're like 27 minutes in, honey. I'll have to edit it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe not. I don't know if the light's too bright or not. There it all is. Look at that. This is some of the stuff that's on the table still. Anyways, that's that. Let's see how much of this I have. My number one port. Yeah, that cleaned it up way nicer. I'm going to do one more cleanup. That cleans the whistle that time. No compaction, nothing. That's what I like to see. And then, now that we're getting somewhere. And now that I see that we're getting stuff in the 1500 mesh. It's kind of nice, you know. I can only imagine once we get into the actual vein what we're going to be putting out. That's all we got right there at the second pass. And it's working its way through slowly. See the cut? The cut's beautiful. See all the heavies. All the heavies are going straight in. All the junk's being passed down into the second port. Absolutely gorgeous. We have iridium, maybe some platinum groups, and silver and gold, of course. I think there's other stuff in there too, not just gold and silver. So that's it. I'm gonna pan it out and then take a few pictures. Alright. You guys have a good day. Thanks for watching.